to my channel and happy new year. I can't believe that it is already 2017. 2016 was absolutely amazing. God was definitely in the blessing business, and it was just a really great year for my family and and I'm super duper excited for 2017 for obvious reasons, of course, because we're going to be welcoming our baby boy this year. 12 weeks, you guys, less than 12 weeks. We will have our baby boy here, and it's a little bit surreal to me because when I think about it, I'm like, wow, I have a baby in my belly. I'm about to be a mommy soon. So it's just hard for me to just kind of just put that in perspective. I just cannot believe it. God's absolutely amazing. Just the thought of a baby forming inside of a woman, is that not the most amazing thing ever? But I just want to thank you guys so much for an amazing year in 2016. It was great personally and business wise. You guys have just been absolutely amazing, and I just want to claim great things for you guys in the year of 2017. And whatever it is that you want to do this year, I want you to speak it into existence. Bring it out into the universe and have faith. All you have to do is have faith the size of a mustard seed, and it will happen for you guys. It will definitely happen. You just have to claim it and know that it's going to happen. And if it's a part of God's will to happen for you, then that will definitely be the case. So I just want to thank you guys again for all of your continuous love and support after being on YouTube for so long. I definitely do consider you guys family, and I've missed you guys because it's been a while since I filmed a video, because my previous video was a little bit pre-recorded. So yeah, I am just really happy to be back with you guys. 2017 is gonna be amazing. So of course, I have to start the year off by talking about my favorite products from 2016. So I kind of slowed down a little bit with the favorites videos. I think the last one I filmed was probably around May, because I kind of felt like it was getting a little bit redundant and I was kind of liking the same product. So I was like, okay, stop collaborating, listen, let me kind of slow it down a little bit. So I just kind of, stepped back a little bit with the favorites videos. But I have a lot of amazing products that I want to talk to you guys about, because 2016 was definitely the year for product junkies. You were just like, whoa, I gotta have this, even though, I just bought a new concealer last week. This new one's coming out and I just gotta have it, okay? So yeah, I have a lot of products that I want to talk about, so we're just gonna go ahead and jump into it. I got my water on deck because my throat's like all parched because I'm talking like crazy, because I'm just so excited and I gotta stay hydrated. So yeah, we're gonna start off with skincare, you guys. I'm not sure if you guys remember, but in 2016, my skin just started just doing something real cray-cray, and I didn't know what was going on. I just had like this big cystic acne all over my face and whiteheads, and for the most part, I've always had pretty great skin. Not great. I'm doing the most by saying great, but I've had okay skin. Like, it's never been a problem for me. But in 2016, it just really started to go haywire, and I really wasn't sure what was going on, and I was just like, oh no, this is horrible. And I will say, honestly, it was one of the times in my life where I was just the most insecure, because I felt like when people were looking at me, that they weren't looking at me, they were like, ooh, what's wrong with her face? And it's just something that I think a lot of people can be really self-conscious about. And I had gone on this weight loss journey, and I didn't know if that had something to do with my skin acting like that. So I just ended up going to a dermatologist, and he really helped prepare my skin. And it seems like once I visited a dermatologist, boom, I was pregnant and my skin was back to acting crazy again. But I want to share some products with you guys that I used at the beginning, once I kind of started to clear my skin up, and I'm still able to use now that I'm pregnant. So these new masks that I have been using, they're by Origins, and guys, they are absolutely amazing. So two of my favorite ones is this Origins Out of Trouble mask, and this is actually a 10-minute mask, and it says it rescues problem skin, and I definitely needed that because my skin it was very problematic. So that is one of the masks that I really love, because it's a white mask, and it really does just help with any whiteheads that you might have on your face, or acne, anything like that. And then this other one, this is the Origins Original Skin Mask, and this is a retexturizing mask, which is going to be good if you have those little small pimples that'll sometimes be on your forehead. That's actually called texture, where it's kind of like, it's not really a pimple that you can like pop per se, but you can kind of feel it. Yeah, that's called texture, and this mask right here will definitely help with that, because it's just like it kind of is like sweat bumps, if you guys know what I'm talking about, where it's like a million little bumps, but it's kind of like you can't pop them and they're just aggravating. This is going to be a great mask for that, and it's kind of a pinky color. So yeah, I've really been enjoying this. And then along with those masks, I have been using the Origins Maskamizer, and pretty much with this, all you do is spray it all over your face, and it's just going to make your face really nice and dampened. And whenever you get ready to apply the mask, it's going to make it really easy to spread across. And I like to use one of those little painter foundation brushes to apply my mask, and I just have loved using these. I slept on the Origin mask for a while, but they're great, and you can even use them during pregnancy. And then I have another mask that I wanted to talk to you guys about. This is the Indian Healing Clay, and I've really been using this one because it's 100% natural, which is great right now because I am pregnant and I haven't been able to use a lot of the products that my dermatologist originally prescribed for me. So this mask has really came in handy, and I actually ordered it because someone recommended it in the comment section. I ordered it off of Amazon, and what you do is you pour a little bit of apple cider vinegar and you mix it together. You know, you kind of make a little concoction and put it all over your face, and it really just helps clean your pores, and it makes your skin just feel really nice and tingly and refreshed. So yeah, if you're looking for something that's natural and something that's really just going to give you a deep pore cleansing, then I really highly recommend this. It's the Health and Beauty Aztec Secret Indian Healing Clay. So now that we've talked about skincare, I want to move on to primers, because I feel like primer is kind of like skincare, you know, kind of one and the same, because it preps the skin. I feel like priming is a must. Literally, it is a crime not to prime. If you've been with me for a while, you know that is like the saying over here is a crime not to prime. So if you're not priming, then girlfriend, I recommend that you get on it. You know, a primer is just a must because it's really going to help make sure that your skin's prepped for your foundation. It's going to make sure that your foundation stays on a little bit longer depending on what kind of primer you choose. The very first primer I want to mention to you guys is Too Faced Hangover Primer, and it probably comes to no surprise to you guys. I have been using this for forever and a day, and for me, this primer, it just really rejuvenates my skin. It's very nourishing. It just replenishes. Like if you have blotches on your face, maybe like red areas, I feel like this just helps rejuvenate your skin. It kind of tones down the redness, and it hydrates your skin without it overhydrating, if that makes any sense, because you guys know I do have an oily T-zone, so I don't want anything that's going to overhydrate my skin to the point where it's oily. So yeah, this is a silicone free primer, and it has coconut water in it, which I think is absolutely amazing for the skin. It smells really nice, and it has been one of my go-to ones. It kind of gives the skin a tacky consistency a little bit, so I feel like that really helps the foundation adhere to your skin a little bit more, which is going to help it last a little bit longer. Okay, so now I want to talk to you guys about a product by the brand Sacha, and this is the Balanced Pore Perfecting Water Gel Moisturizer. Now listen, if you do not take my advice when it comes to anything else, if I tell you that something is great for pores, then believe me, because I have really big pores, and I'm always looking for something that's really going to help minimize the size of pores. And this product, it helps with pores, and it also helps with oily skin. So for me, this is heaven sent. It really just helps refreshing your skin. It helps balance your skin. let's see, it says it has a weightless moisturizer and it has Japanese wild rose that diminishes the appearance of pores. Now, I will admit to you guys, when I first started using this product, I was kind of like, I don't know if it's really helping, but it seems like the more that I used it, the better that it worked, and I absolutely love it. I'm getting a little bit low, so I will have to repurchase it soon, but yeah, this was a product that I found myself reaching for more and more throughout the year of 2016, so I definitely had to mention it. And I almost forgot about this one, but I'm glad I didn't because it's a good one. If you have oily skin, then you definitely have to try out this Sacha Mattifying Primer. Anytime I want my T-zone area to just be matte throughout the day, then I always go for this primer because it really stops the oils from seeping through. I do think this is a silicone-based primer, if I'm not sure. It is very lightweight. It's going to help with fine lines and large pores. So yeah, definitely give this a shot if you're looking for something just to keep your face matte throughout the day. So now I want to move on to foundation, and honestly guys, when it comes to foundation, it takes a lot to impress me. I'm really picky, and it just takes a lot for me to really like a foundation, but I did find one in 2016 that I was really impressed with. I think I have like a hair in my eye or something. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I did find a foundation that really impressed me throughout 2016, and that's the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. So it's pretty much a 2-in-1, and this is a great foundation for oily and combination skin. And what I like about it is that it is that 2-in-1. It's going to give you full coverage, and I like full coverage. Whenever I'm gonna beat my face, I like it beat. Okay, so I want something that's really going to give me the coverage without being heavy. So this definitely does that because it is a lightweight foundation and it does not take a lot. Sometimes I'll notice I get a little bit heavy-handed with this foundation, and I'm like, girl, why did you apply all of that? Like, you literally just only needed like dee, and that would have been it. So yeah, this is just a really nice foundation, and another great thing about it is it's under $30 after tax, and that's very rare to find a foundation under $30 that is really great. So yeah, if you're looking for a new foundation, give this a try because it was definitely like my go-to one. We ain't gonna talk about it long. We ain't gonna talk about it long because I know you guys are tired of me talking about it, but I always have to just leave a little bit of space for my Becca Ultimate Coverage Foundation. Y'all already know. This is Bae. I've been loving it for quite some time. It gives me the coverage. I love the consistency of it. It's just an amazing foundation, and like I said, I'm not gonna talk about it too long because y'all already know how I feel about it. It's just a really great foundation if you're looking for something that is going to give you really great coverage. And I love using this foundation to mix with other foundations. Like when there's a foundation in my collection that I don't like, I can always mix it with this and I'm gonna instantly like it. So NARS came out with a new foundation type product this year, and it was the NARS Velvet Matte Skin Tint. So yeah, when I first heard about this product, I was a little bit iffy about it. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it because, like I told you guys, I like coverage. You know, I like it beat. So I was not sure if this was going to give me the coverage that I would like, but I was really impressed when I used it because although it is a tint, it gives you really good coverage. It's a great product to use on your skin in the summertime because I feel like it's not too thick. The consistency of it is really nice, but yeah, it just gives you the coverage. It's not too liquidy, but it's not too thick. Now, I will say the color range can be a little bit iffy. I feel like it does get a little bit orange, but it's a really nice product, and I was impressed because a lot of the times when you look at these tints, they're just nothing. Like, they don't give you coverage, or you have to have like absolute perfect skin for it to look good. So yeah, this was definitely something that I reached for a lot in the warmer months throughout 2016. So next up we have concealers. The first one I want to talk about is one that I literally just started using not too long ago, but I am so impressed by it. It took me forever to get my hands on it because it was always sold out, but it is the Tarte Shape Tape Contour Concealer. You guys, this is definitely worth the hype. I see see why it was sold out so many times. So I actually ended up picking up 2 in different shades. I got medium, you know, for those days that I really want an outrageous highlight, and then I got tan for whenever I was going for something a little bit more natural. So with this concealer, okay, a little bit goes a long way, especially if you are using it underneath your eyes. When I first used this product, I made the mistake of applying too much of it, and it was just like, whoa, Nitra. It took me forever to blend it out. But yeah, once I got it blended out, it looked okay, even though I used too much of it. But it doesn't take all of that. Like literally, you can go dot, dot, dot. You can do 3 little dots, and that will give you all of the coverage that you need. Blend it out, set it with a little bit of powder, and you are good to go. So that is what I like about it. I love product that doesn't it doesn't call for you to have to use a lot of it to get a really nice flawless look, because at the end of the day, that's what we're looking for, something that is going to just make our face and skin look flawless. Okay, we woke up like this, but I love this. It lasts all throughout the day. I wore this for probably up to like 6 to 8 hours, and my face still looked amazing. Like there was no creasing. I did set it because I just always set my concealer because I just rather set it than be sorry. But yeah, it was just a really nice coverage, and I am highly impressed. If you guys haven't tried it, or you're looking for a new concealer, you're bored with the one you're using, then definitely give this one a shot. I do have a new one that I tried as well. This one is by Becca, and this is the Aqua Luminous Perfecting Concealer. Now at first, I don't know why when I hear the word aqua, I just think, okay, aqua, I know that this is going to be like liquidy, but it's not at all. Sorry you guys, like I'm just talking so much, I'm getting thirsty. But yeah, I hear the word aqua and I think it's going to be overly liquidy and it's not going to work for me. And I just think, okay, like again, I'm going to have that perfect skin to make it really work. But no, this is a really great concealer as well, and it gives you really nice coverage, and it pairs well with the Becca Ultimate Coverage Foundation, which is one of the reasons that I decided to give it a try, because I was like, okay, if I like the foundation a lot, then I'll probably like the concealer as well. And I was right. I really love it. And then I have an oldie but a goodie for me, which is the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer. You guys know I have been using this for quite some time. Whenever I'm in doubt, I always reach for the NARS Creamy Radiant. It does not steer me wrong, and I just absolutely love it because it also gives me that coverage. It's lightweight. The consistency of it is really nice. So yeah, it's just a really awesome concealer. So this year, Becca came out with these new multitasking perfecting powders. They actually sent them to me in PR, and when I first got them, I was kind of like, yeah, I really wasn't sure how to feel about them. I hadn't heard too much, so I just kind of set them on my vanity, and they just kind of sat there. And one day I was like, okay, let me just go ahead and give the powder a try. So the first one I decided to use it for like bronzing and contour, and y'all, I was so here for it. So the first one that I want to mention to you guys, it's a darker one. This one is actually dark golden, and I used this to contour, and it gave me the most beautiful contour ever, and the color was just perfect for my skin tone. And again, this is the shade dark golden. And then I also used it, you know, in the hollows of my cheeks and on my forehead, and it was just a really great powder, and it seemed to last. It didn't get blotchy, it didn't separate or anything like that. So I was just really impressed with this powder. Now they have another one that was a little bit darker, and I was like, okay, I kind of used that one to bronze up the skin, but I was like, okay, let me just really contour the hollows on my cheeks. I didn't want anything this dark on my nose because I never want my nose contour to be too over the top or look too obvious. So I like to use something a little bit lighter in shade on the nose. So I decided to go with this darker color one for the hollows of my cheeks. And y'all, you talking about face chiseled, I was like, okay. So this one's called Deep Bronze, and as you guys can tell, it's pretty dark. They do have a pretty wide variety in these shades. I think they have about 7 or 8 different ones. So a shade for every skin tone is going to be suitable for everyone. And then this other shade that I was using is Warm Honey. Is that the one I just showed you guys? No, I showed you guys Dark Golden. and then deep bronze. So yeah, this is Warm Honey, and I actually use this to set all over my face, which is a rarity for me. Like, I hardly ever set my entire face, but when I want something that's a little bit more matte and a little bit more polished, then I will go for just setting my entire face, because I can get a little bit oily, as you guys know, especially in the T-zone area. I know I sound like a broken record, but I just have to let you guys know. But yeah, this is the shade Warm Honey, and for me it just worked really well as a setting powder. Now I want to talk about the Tarte and Makeup Shayla contour palette. I was just so here for this whenever it launched, because I was just so proud that she was getting to collaborate with Tarte, and I just thought this was absolutely amazing. But quick question, is it Tartist? Because I read somewhere where it's just Tarte with ist, kind of like artist, or is it Tarteist? I don't know. Like, that's a question that needs to be answered. I don't really know. But yeah, so I guess it's Tartist. I guess that will make the most sense. I don't know. I was calling it Tardiest. Don't be tardy for the party. Why did that song come to my head? I do not know. Does anybody know who I'm talking about when I say don't be tardy for the party? Okay. Anyways, okay, so yeah, this is a contour palette that was created by Tarte and Makeup Shayla, and it was exclusively, I'm not gonna say it was made just for women of color or darker skinned women, but I would definitely say it was made with darker skinned women in mind, because I think for us, oftentimes it is hard for us to find a great contour powder that is going to work for us, that isn't too red, that isn't too gray. I just feel like it's a hard task sometimes. So I do definitely appreciate them for looking out for us, you know. So this is what the palette looks like. As you guys can tell, it has 6 different little things in here, and it has a set, so you can set like your under eye with this. Then these are the 2 shades that I use most to contour. So I'll use this for like my nose contour, because like I told you guys, I don't like anything that's too dark. And then I'll use this to like contour the hollows of my cheeks. I know they came out with another one that I do plan to get my hands on, so I will let you guys know more about that. But if you're of a darker skin complexion and you're looking for something that is going to be suitable to contour with for your skin tone, then I would definitely say go for this. I'm not sure if they still have it, because I know it might have been limited edition. So real quick, y'all, I want to talk about this bronzer by Guerlain. This is the Terracotta 4 Seasons one. Now I do have the original Guerlain Terracotta bronzer in number 07. Now that is one that I used all throughout 2015, and I used this some in 2016, but during the VIB sale, I decided to pick up this one. It is a little bit more pricey. I want to say it's probably about $30 more than the original one, and at first I wasn't sure why. I was kind of like, I don't really see the difference, but I will say that this one is not as orange, and at first I never thought the other terracotta bronzer was orange at all, but now that I use this one, and if I go back and use the other one, I'm like, oh my gosh, the other one is just like so orangey. So I guess it's just because this has a mixture of 4 different shades and you can kind of mix them together. It just doesn't give me as much of like a red orangey tone, so that's why I've really been loving this one. But I think if you're of a darker skin complexion, you really cannot go wrong with the terracotta bronzers. They are a little bit pricey, but because I feel like bronzer is something that darker skinned women sometimes struggle with, I think you might can splurge on this if you're looking for something that is just really going to look nice on your skin tone. I would definitely say try the terracotta bronzers because they look really, really nice. So I'm not even sure if it's necessary for me to talk about these 2 products, but I haven't found anything yet to replace them. So I guess until I found something that's better, then I'm just gonna keep talking about it like a broken record. So these are powders that I use to set my under eye concealer with, because that's definitely a must for me. I just rather set it than be sorry, like I said earlier. So the first one I want to mention is the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and y'all, this is amazing. So it's a little bit scary at first, especially for women of color, because when you look at it, you're like, whoa, I'm not putting that white stuff on my face, I'm gonna look like a ghost. But literally, it just it kind of just melts into your skin like butter, and it just does the job, and it really sets your under eye. It doesn't give you a crazy flashback or anything like that. So it is just going to make your under eye look really nice. You know how sometimes people have those mishaps and the under eye area can look a little bit white or ghostly? You do not get that with this, and it just leaves your skin looking amazing. Now, if you are a darker skin complexion and you're just like, okay, I'm just still afraid, even though Nitra, you told me not to be, I'm still afraid to put that white powder under my skin or on my face, I would say go with the Sacha Buttercup powder. This is amazing. So with this powder, I feel like you can get away with it if you're of a lighter skin complexion, and then also if you're of a darker skin complexion. But if you're darker, then I just say you need this in your life. It's going to give you coverage. I wouldn't say it's too heavy, but it definitely does give you coverage under your eyes. So pretty much what I like to do with it is use one of those cosmetic wedges, and I'll just kind of press it underneath my eyes or wherever I apply the concealer, and I'll let it set for about a minute or so, and then I'll sweep it away, and it just really does the trick. It does not give me any crazy flashback, and I just think it's suitable for all skin tones, and yeah, it's affordable for the most part, and I love it. I wanted to mention this palette by Morphe, and this is the 350 matte palette. So the original 350 palette that I had, it had just really went through hell and back. I think I took it on vacation, and a couple of eyeshadows were broken. So whenever I reordered another one, I just decided to get the 350 matte and then also the 350 shimmer, and I find myself reaching for the matte one more than the shimmer because I just love a really nice matte eye, and I just think it looks absolutely gorgeous. And this is perfect if you love a neutral eye, if you love something that's a little bit more on the warmer side. So yeah, I think with Morphe, they have really great eyeshadows. I know it's kind of one of those brands that it's either a hit or miss for people, but for me, actually, I love their eyeshadows, and I think the quality is really great for the price. All right, guys, so we're getting close to the end. I know it's been really long, so thank you guys for sticking to the end. But now we are going to talk about highlighters, because y'all know the glow was disrespectful in 2016, okay? So the first highlighter I want to talk about is this one by Victoria Beckham and Estee Lauder, and this was actually sent to me in a PR package, and originally I wasn't sure about it because I hadn't heard too much about it, but sometimes those are the best products because they're like hidden gems, and when you start using them, you're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, I have to let everyone know about it. So you guys, you're literally going to fall in love with this highlighter. It is so gorgeous, it is so creamy, it is so buttery. Look at that. Is that not absolutely gorgeous? So it gives a really nice iridescence to the cheeks, to the cheekbones. It just looks so gorgeous. And if you add like a little bit of Fix Plus to your brush and then apply it, y'all, it is amazing. It is so gorgeous. So that was definitely one that I recently started using. I've only been using it for a few months, but I'm not sure the name. As I told you guys, I was sent this in PR, and on the back it just says RJJL01A36. So I'm not really sure what that means. I'll try to find it and link it below for you guys. Anastasia Beverly Hills came out with a few different glow kits this year, but by far I have to say that my favorite one was the Sweets one. I just think it was perfect for like the everyday woman. I felt like it went for every skin tone. So yeah, it comes with 4 different shades, and that's what it looks like. And pretty much what I like to do is just mix the 4 together and come up with my own custom highlighter, and I just think that it's absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I think probably my favorite one is Taffy. So this is what Taffy looks like alone. It's kind of like a golden highlighter, really pretty. And as you all probably know, Becca and Jaclyn came out with these split pan highlighter and blush duos, and this one right here was by far my favorite one. So this one is actually Prosecco Pop and Amaretto. I think that's how you pronounce it. And this is really pretty. I love the blush because it's nice and neutral. And Prosecco Pop, it just looks really nice on my skin tone. So this is one that I normally always take with with me whenever I'm going on vacation or going on a quick trip, because I know the highlighter is going to look great, and then it already has the blush included. So I really like the whole split pan effect, because you know, you get your 2-in-1, and it's really great to travel with. So yeah, that was another highlighter that I really loved throughout 2016. So now we're gonna talk about the liquid lipsticks, and y'all already know how I feel about liquid lipsticks. They are my favorite lip products. I'm always wearing a liquid lipstick because I just love the longevity of them, and I live for a matte lip, and I have so many that it should probably be against the law to have as many liquid lipsticks as I have. But I just kind of wanted to talk about a few of my favorite brands, the ones that I feel like I wore the most throughout 2016, the ones that I just reach for a lot. So the first one I want to talk about, you guys can tell I've really used this one because the name and everything is rubbed off, and I think I have about 3 of these, one for my purse, one for my vanity, one in the bathroom. Like, that's how much I love this liquid lipstick. So this is Chi, I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure if it's Chi or Chai, but this is by ColourPop. I think it was ColourPop and Karuchi collection, and this is just a really nice neutral color. Sometimes I like to pair this with other liquid lipsticks and kind of, you know, do my own little concoction. So ColourPop is definitely one of my favorite brands of liquid lipsticks. So another color that I really have been liking, and I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I do. This is actually by Kylie Cosmetics, and it's the Dulce K. This is a beautiful color. It's actually what I'm wearing today in combination with something a little bit lighter in the pout of the lips. But I'm really impressed with the Kylie the liquid lipsticks. At first I didn't think I was really going to like them. I did order mine a little bit later. I didn't order them, you know, whenever they first came out, because I just didn't want to fall for the hype or just order them just because they were made by Kylie Jenner. So I did wait and watch some reviews and just see which ones I really wanted. So yeah, I really have been impressed by her liquid lipstick. So it's another brand that I do recommend. And then this next shade, this is by Anastasia Beverly Hills, which I love Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipsticks. And one of the shades that I'll use a lot is Naked. Now this is one that I'll use like in the pout of the lips because it is a little bit lighter, especially for my complexion. But it's just a really nice nude color, as you guys can tell. And then I have one more that I want to talk about, and this is by ColourPop. This is the shade Beeper, and I have gone through so many of these, probably about 5, I would say. This is a really nice color. As you guys can tell, I lean more towards the neutrals because I just feel like it's what looks best on me. So yeah. All right, y'all, so that was all of my favorite products for 2016. I know this was a long video and I get long-winded. I just get so excited whenever I'm talking about makeup products and stuff like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully some of the products that I talked about, maybe they will be your favorite in 2017 if you don't already currently use some of these products. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Again, I appreciate all of your love and support, and if you're not subscribed to my channel, then go ahead and do so you never miss an upload from me, and I will talk to you all in the next video. Bye.